This program is powered by
उच्च सोचको निर्माण सगरमाथा सिमेन्ट जुनी जुनीलाई
कुनै पनि शहरको फन कुनै पनि शहरको एक्टिभिटिज त्यो शहरमा दिनमा के गर्न मिल्छ भनेर मात्र डिसाइडेड हुँदैन कुनै पनि शहरको नाइट लाइफ पनि इक्वली इम्पोर्टेन्ट हुन्छ र त्यसैगरी जसरी अमेरिकामा लास भेगस छ जसैगरी अन्य देशहरुमा अन्य कुराहरु छन् अन्य ठाउँहरु छन् त्यसैगरी नेपालमा ठमेल छ पोखरामा लेक साइड छ र त्यसैगरी भेरियस पार्टी हब्सहरु रिसेन्टली फर्स्ट आएका छन् हैन त्यसै क्रममा आज हामीसँग त्यही विषयमा छलफल गर्न र त्यही सेक्टरमा चाहिँ एकदम लागि परिरहनु भएको कोही युवा हुनुहुन्छ तपाईहरुलाई स्वागत छ चिया गफमा वी विल बी राइट ब्याक इन कन्भर्सेसन विथ दिस पर्सन डोन्ट गो एनीवेयर Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Chiya Guff. And today we have the one and only Ritesh Marwadi with us. Welcome to the show.
Thank you Ayusha to invite me here.
So how are you doing आजकल कस्तो भइरहेछ post pandemic party scene कस्तो छ त काठमाडौँमा
अहिले we're lucky that ठ्याक्कै एक हप्ता भएछ I think the nightlife has come back to a little bit of life. Government ले restrictions हरु दिएर certain rules हरु follow गरेर we're allowed to open till 2 o'clock. Clubs are saying restaurants till 12. So I think it's getting back in shape, but you know, COVID is something that is in nobody's control. So it's very tough. I think it's been very tough for the last 2 years, especially I think nightlife sector because people take it more as luxury. And any entertainment is more about spending money, drinking, but there is so much more to nightlife than just luxury. So. It's been really tough, but I hope with all the precautions, बिस्तारै बिस्तारै सबै कुरा खोल्दै जान्छ गभर्नमेन्टले सपोर्ट गर्यो भने.
Right. So, since you have multiple bars in Kathmandu and you also, you know, nightlife एकदम एक्टिभ भएको मान्छे, you must be used to drinking bars मा गफ्स अफ गर्दाखेरि bars मा गफ गर्नु पानी होला. How much of a tea drinker are you?
Well, I am a big fan of tea. Born and raised in Nepal, but my roots come from India. In a land of tea where you know morning पछि हुन्छ but then tea पहिला हुन्छ
right
so it's been a forever trend हाम्रो घरमा पनि I enjoy drinking tea and especially one of my works अहिले मैले recently online grocery start गरेछ so we tend to meet so many people I think 7 to 8 cups a day is like a normal thing
so as a go we are starting from Chiya Guff so once again welcome to the show
Thank you.
Just like you said about your party अथवा nightlife or clubbing it's not just mere luxury because त्यो sectorमा service provide गर्ने पनि sector it's hospitality business पनि भयो हैन side by side त्यसले चाहिँ धेरै जनालाई employment पनि ensure गर्छ नि त हैन so
definitely
यो pandemic ले गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ यो जुन इम्प्याक्ट छ अब इट्स ह्युज हैन अब यसलाई लग्जरी भनेर हेरिन्छ र केही हिसाबमा जस्टिफाई पनि गर्न मिल्छ लग्जरी भनेर बिकज मतलब अब if people are dying from a disease then we don't need to party भन्ने कुरा त हामीले उ पनि हुन्छ तर at the same time त्यसले जुन वर्क फोर्समा अथवा लेबरहरुको लाइफमा इम्प्याक्ट गरेको छ जो त्यो सेक्टरमा काम गर्नुहुन्छ इट्स अनअभोइडेबल नि त त्यो त त्यसलाई त नकार्न सकिदैन नि त सो यसबाट ओभरकम हुन चाहिँ नेपालमा चाहिँ कति टाइम लाग्छ होला अथवा के भइराछ अहिले चाहिँ
So I think एकदमै badly hit भएको सेक्टर नै I think nightlife in fact होटल पनि त्यति नराम्रो हिट भएको छैन होला जति चाहिँ nightlife र entertainment I think मेरो event company has been non-active for the last 2 years now.
Right.
So I had to shut down my office, shift it in my home. मसँग काम गरिरहेको employees I had to release them.
Right.
Because there was literally no job. And then there is no surety कि कहिले चाहिँ त्यो मास स्केलमा इभेन्ट गर्न पाउँछ कहिले के हुन्छ आर्टिस्ट नेपाल कहिले आउने you know it's dependent on so many factors like international flights कहिले allowed हुन्छ and then most of the artists are so expensive 10 days, 15 days quarantine भयो भने you cannot even afford them. You
Right.
need to stay in a hotel with the whole crew.
Exactly.
तर अब रेस्टुरेन्ट होटलको केसमा भन्दाखेरि आई थिङ्क एउटा क्लबमा यु हेभ 20 to 30, 40, 50 बाउन्सर्स, सिक्युरिटी गार्ड्स, सर्भिस स्टाफ, बारटेन्डर्स होइन, हु टोटली डिपेन्डेन्ट अन द क्लब्स होइन. दे डोन्ट हेभ एनी अदर इन्कम, सोर्स अफ इन्कम, एन्ड उनीहरूको एडुकेसन सर्भिस लेभलै त्यही लेभलको हुन्छ द्याट यु नो दे डु नट हेभ एनी टेम्पररी जब हुन्छ नि,
Exactly.
साइड जब. So I still remember, especially artists ko case ma, one of the DJs who was performing in my club, Sugar Ma, he called me one of these days, a couple of months back, saying, "Like, can you just lend me 10,000 rupees? Malai ta khana lai nai paisa pugena. You know, I'm staying in a friend's house. म चाहिँ I came back from another city, धरानबाट आएको. अनि काठमाडौँमा चाहिँ as an artist I'll earn and you know live my living भनेर भन्ने मान्छे. अब it was so disheartening and heartbreaking to you know see. मैले त जम्मा एउटा केटालाई you know that guy called me. But then I can imagine there are like 10, 15 clubs and you know some of the clubs are smaller, but the bigger clubs they have like 150, 200 employees.
Right.
I know they have to let their staffs go because sustainability ta euta you know everybody has to sustain अहिले. And it's very sad. I think
It's very sad. So अब यही उसमा फेरि रिभाइभ हुँदैछ बिस्तारै बिस्तारै एभ्रिथिङ इज ओपनिङ अप विथ प्रोटोकल्स होइन, सेफ्टी मेजर्सहरू अपनाएर. सो यसमा चाहिँ अब यो इट्स भेरी ट्रिकी के इट्स भेरी रिस्की पनि अब यसरी क्लब्सहरू ओपन हुनु राति, प्लस अब इफ इट इन्भल्भ्स एल्कोहल भने पिपल गो अलिकति रेकलेस पनि. सो मास्क लगाउने, सोसियल डिस्टेन्सिङ नगर्ने, यताउति फलो नभएको हुनसक्छ एन्ड पिपल माइट नट बी भ्याक्सिनेटेड पनि होइन. सो यो केसमा चाहिँ अब यसरी अब खुल्दाखेरि चाहिँ के सेफ्टी मेजर्सहरू अपनाएको देखिन्छ अथवा के मेजर्सहरू चाहिँ अपनाइरहेको छ जसले गर्दा चाहिँ यो
डेफिनेटली गभर्नमेन्टले गाइडलाइन्स एकदम स्ट्रिक्टली दिनुभएको छ द्याट यु नो द क्लब्स निड टु मेक स्योर द्याट अल द स्टाफ्स आर भ्याक्सिनेटेड ट्वाइस होइन. त्यो हिसाबमा एभ्री स्टाफ हेज टु वेयर अ मास्क एन्ड ग्लोभ्स अल द टाइम. वी निड टु मेक स्योर सबै कस्टमर्सहरू हु कमिङ इन साइड they need to have their name, number written in a data
Contact
book. Their temperatures need to be checked. And customer ले अब club भित्र drink गर्दा अथवा food consume गर्दा restaurant मा अब mask त लाउन मिल्दैन. But in any case we need to provide them you know masks from our side. कहिलेकाहीँ customer ले ल्याएको हुँदैन, कहिलेकाहीँ खसिरा हुन्छ अथवा फोहोर भइरा हुन्छ. So these are basic protocols हैन. त्यस बाहेक चाहिँ I think we are only allowed to have 70% of our occupancy capacity. You know, if my club's capacity is 1,000, I'm only allowed to keep like 700 people. त्यो पनि ensuring that you know they're following all the protocols.
Right.
So I think to a certain extent this is good, and the police is also checking this regularly. Every couple of hours they're visiting the clubs, especially in Tamil because it's more populated. हुन्छ नि. Friday भन्ने बित्तिकै weekend भन्ने बित्तिकै I think a lot of people opt to go to Tamil than other places because there's so many other clubs, restaurants they can hop around. So spread पनि हुन सक्छ, but at the same time it's very nice to see that सबै रेस्टुरेन्टले क्लबले त्यो प्रोटोकल्स फलो गर्दैछ because they don't have a choice, you know. I mean the government is very clear that if they are found you know not following any of these protocols they might have to be shut down for indefinite times.
Exactly.
So अहिले त्यो protocols राम्रै छ, and even I think the customer is aware because it's a very easily spreadable disease.
Exactly.
So even the customer is taking proper care, sanitize गरिरा हुन्छ time and again. Every table has a sanitizer.
Right.
So I think त्यो ways मा चाहिँ it's been really nice, and हामीले पनि I think we try to check our staffs every week. You know, if they have to get their PCR done, we try to get that done every week or every 2 weeks. If they are unwell, we give them leave. We get them checked up again.
Right.
So I think these things are happening on a very positive note. For the past 2 years, I think since pandemic started, I think only 4 months nightlife on भएको थियो. You know, from December to I think March, April.
Right.
And again, it's been shut. And it has its pros and cons. I think on a difficult side, I think the rental is so high.
Exactly.
That you know, I think a lot of people have shut down restaurants. You know, and a lot of people are actually not able to pay bank loans and stuff. So it's you know it's difficult, but now it's getting better. People are hopeful that now it will get better.
Right.
दसैँ आउँदैछ, people try to spend more during these times.
Festivals.
Festive season ma. So I hope it gets better.
So all the best to you.
Thank
Also
you.
all the best to us because हाम्रो
Yes.
situation better भयो भने मात्रै your
Exactly.
situation is going to get better. र अहिले चाहिँ थर्ड वेभ चाहिँ अलिकति पुश ब्याक भएको छ जस्तो लाग्छ होइन,
Yes.
डेली केसेसहरू पनि कम भइरहेछ. सो विच इज गुड न्युज फर यु, फर अस, फर
Yes,
एभ्रीबडी.
definitely.
सो अहिले भने चिया गफमा हामी छोटो ब्रेकतर्फ जाने बेला भइसकेको छ. वी विल बी राइट ब्याक इन कन्भर्सेसन विथ रितेश मारवाडी. डोन्ट गो एनीवेयर. वेलकम ब्याक टु चिया गफ. हेर्दै हुनुहुन्छ चिया गफ ओन्ली अन प्राइम टाइम्स एचडी. म आयुषा र आज हामीसँग हुनुहुन्छ द वान एन्ड ओन्ली रितेश मारवाडी. फेरि पनि स्वागत छ सोमा.
Thank you
सो
once
वी आर टकिङ अबाउट काठमाडौँको नाइट लाइफ. अनि अब नेपाल भनौँ न, अब काठमाडौँ इज द हब अफ नेपाल अनि तमिल इज द हब अफ काठमाडौँ जस्तो. सो अब यु प्ले अ सिग्निफिकेन्ट रोल इन त्यो तमिलमा के नयाँ नयाँ ह्यापनिङ इभेन्ट्सहरू हुन्छ यताउति भनेर होइन. सो रिसेन्टली बिकज अफ पेन्डेमिक अब इन्टरनेसनल आर्टिस्टहरू आउने बन्द भएको छ होइन. सो इन द ब्रिङ्क अफ एन इन्टरनेसनल आर्टिस्ट कमिङ टु नेपाल पेन्डेमिक भएको थियो. आई वाज भेरी स्याड बिकज प्रतीकको आर्टको ठुलो फ्यान हो म होइन. बट अनफर्चुनेटली ही कुडन्ट मेक इट टु नेपाल. सो अब चाहिँ हुन्छ कि हुँदैन प्रतीकको आर्ट?
So I think it's a very difficult time for any artist. Like I said earlier, होइन. उनीहरूको countryको पनि certain restrictions हुन्छ, and then the spread is very scary. So like we were so excited about Pratik. I'm a big fan myself, you know, and I went to meet him in India in February, and then I happened to meet his manager, and then we finalized the deal, and then we, you know, happened to get him here, and we were totally sold out. And 4 days ago, like 4 days before the show, you know, the government announced that nothing's gonna happen, like no mass gatherings, and it was heartbreaking to actually, you know, refund the tickets for all the people, and I think more than half of them actually said that, "Paisa rakhi rakhnos, you know, whenever he comes back, you know, we want to attend. Let me keep the tickets with us." So as of now, we're still on hold because Pratik definitely wants to come back. We were talking to his manager, and then he was like, "Ritesh, if we are allowed to come, we're ready to move in Nepal. Like next flight, may aidinchu. But then, you know, you need to give a green signal. You know, India ko pani situations are certain cha. So it's better for us to actually hold it right now, because such events are like on a good mass gathering basis, you know, and the spread can be easily taken like हुन्छ नि एकदमै स्केरी हुन सक्छ.
कोभिड हटस्पट हुन सक्छ.
Yeah. So I don't know, अहिले चाहिँ until unless majority of the country gets vaccinated,
Right.
I don't think it's the right time. But I think June speed ma the vaccinations are happening. The government is pacing up. I think hopefully next year or maybe early this year.
Let's hope.
Let's hope. Yeah, fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. So अब यही कुरामा चाहिँ अब इन्टरनेसनल आर्टिस्टहरू जस्तै डिप्लो, सन किङ्स्टनहरू धेरैजना आउनुभयो. You brought a lot of them होइन. So अब if there was no pandemic भने चाहिँ who were on your list? हाम्रो अडियन्सले थाहा पाउनु मतलब.
Well, that's a tough secret. But I know we were constantly in touch with a lot of Indian artists. Nepal is very much influenced by the Indian movies, Indian songs, and Indian television. So we've been in touch with a lot of artists. Pratik was definitely one of them. Anuv Jain is one of them that we were really looking forward to have him. A lot of comedy artists, Indian comedy artists, YouTube famous भएको जसलाई नेपालबाट एकदमै राम्रो followership भइरहेको हुन्थ्यो. And I think artists they keep traveling all around, and whenever these international artists are around Asia, is the right time for a country like Nepal to grasp that opportunity. Especially when these artists come to Bali, Thailand, we are always in touch with their managers, and Asia आउने बित्तिकै it becomes easy.
Right.
Because Nepal मात्रै ल्याउनु पर्यो भने it becomes very difficult all the way from the States or UK or Australia. हुन्छ नि. They want to do multiple shows around Asia when they come on board. So Indian artists I think is my prime focus. Because it connects very easily.
Right. And it's relatively easier पनि होला to bring those.
Educate गर्न पनि easy भयो. Like if I talk about Arijit Singh, I think the whole country knows him. But if I talk someone from DJ Mag Top 100, except for the top 5, top 10, कतिले नामै चिनेको पनि हुँदैन. So Nepal is in a growing stage with these artists, like especially DJs. So it takes time, but with lot of clubs opening, सबैले artist ल्याइरा हुन्छ. So it's a great opportunity. I think we're exactly where India was 10 years back.
So yes, अहिले चाहिँ हामी एउटा footage हेर्छौँ that you provided us eventहरुको. So
Sure.
let's watch this and we'll be right back in conversation with Ritesh Marwadi. Welcome back. Well, that was one festival to behold, I know.
Yes.
It's on screen, but it was so much fun. I'm
Right.
sure the festival, because music and being together, it always brings more happiness and it always connects people. अब त्यो गीत चाहे त्यो सिंगर एकदमै sad गीत गाए पनि सँगै दुईजनाले sad गीत गाइरहेछ भने दुईजना they bond नि त. So एउटा मासमा हजारौं मान्छेहरूले सेम गीत गाउँदाखेरि त त्यो फिलिङ त त्यो त डिस्क्राइब गर्ने नमिल्ने हुन्छ नि. सो यो यही फेस्टिभलको कुरा गर्नु पर्दाखेरि चाहिँ अब वी ह्याड नेपाली आर्टिस्ट नै हैन यसमा चाहिँ. सो टेल अस अबाउट अ लिटल अबाउट दिस.
So Kukri Music Festival was one of the projects that are very close to my heart. I've been in the event field, nightlife field for the past 12 years now, and I always wanted to create Nepal ko euta afnai euta festival.
Right.
You go to India, you go to Pune, Mumbai, Delhi, Gurgaon, sabaiko afno केही न केही festival छ. And you look at Nepal, काठमाडौँमा majorly जति पनि festival अथवा event भइरा हुन्छ, they're not totally artist centric. कसैले के गरिरा हुन्छ, कसैले food mix गरिरा हुन्छ हैन. So I came up with this project a long time back, and then coincidentally एक दिन I happened to meet Kukri, our main sponsors for the event, and then I told them कि let's create something जो चाहिँ नेपालीहरु हाम्रो local Nepali people सँग connected होस् हैन. We don't realize that Nepali music has gone way up.
Right.
अनि कति आर्टिस्ट चाहिँ अब नेपाली आर्टिस्टहरु बाहिर बसिराछन्. नेपालै आउन पाएको हुँदैन, but their music is been loved by entire country. And then Kukri was really excited when they heard about this, because Kukri आफै पनि एउटा नेपालीपनसँग जोड्न खोजिरा हुन्छ, right? And then we came up with a list, an idea that we will mix up the popular artist and the new upcoming artist in one festival, like a whole day. भनौँ न 2 बजेदेखि साँझ 8-9 बजेसम्म, and it's just going to be continuously pure 100% music जस्तै. केही पनि हैन. अब you might have food stalls and drink stalls on the corners. That the main aim of this festival was to promote Nepali music, and it was very exciting for me because it was the first time Biki actually came to Nepal, and he's a very close friend of mine. And when I was talking to him in the States over the phone, he was like, पहिलोचोटि कसैले मलाई चाहिँ एउटा फेस्टिभलको लागि काठमाडौँमा नेपालमा अप्रोच गरेछ, and I think उले चाहिँ धेरै स्टेज शोज गरेको थिएन के त्यति बेला. अमेरिकामा चाहिँ गरेछ, नेपालमा चाहिँ he's never done it. So उसको फर्स्ट शो थियो, and बर्तिकाको पनि I think after 2-3 years it was a big tour that we started with the festival, हैन. The lineup was so good. I think we sold out all the tickets I think some 1 week before the festival, and it was a very good vibe. I think COVID नभएको भए this year would have been the third festival in the row.
Unfortunately,
but we're hoping, I think approval पायो भने maybe with a limited crowd we want to still do it. So every year we plan to do this in December, the last Saturday of December.
Right.
So hopefully, I think last year we planned out a lot of things. Artists reveal गर्न लाग्थ्यो, but then again the pandemic got us a bit confused. गर्ने कि नगर्ने. So hopefully this year, but I think it was a great festival, and then सबै नेपाली आर्टिस्ट भयो नि त.
Right.
So I think a lot of people turned up. कति जना त पोखराबाट धरानबाट they literally came to Kathmandu.
Yeah, I know.
Local tourism पनि एक हिसाबमा बढ्यो. I think a lot of people came in.
यो whole अब यही entertainment अथवा यो club nightlife, this also expedites to एकदमै local tourism, international tourism पनि हैन.
No doubt.
So त्यही भएर अब यही उसमा चाहिँ अब धेरै जना आउनुहुन्छ नि त. अब people are there in the clubs अथवा pubs, whatever. अब त्यो nightlife लाई जेले सस्टेन गरिरहेको छ होइन सो यो कुरामा चाहिँ अब पर्सनली फर मी मेरो पर्सनल इन्ट्रेस्ट पनि भयो होइन र साथसाथै अब इट्स बिकज अ लट अफ अस आर वुमेन होइन सो मलाई सोध्न मन लागेको चाहिँ हाउ डु यु हेभ एनी स्पेसिफिक प्रोटोकल अथवा यस्तो केही रुल्सहरू जसले चाहिँ वुमेन सेफ्टी इन्स्योर गर्ने अथवा बिकज दिज प्लेसेस everybody gets drunk, people get drunk, अनि त्यसपछि it leaves women vulnerable अथवा people who are not men vulnerable होइन अथवा men also vulnerable अनि झगडा गर्ने अथवा harassmentको केसहरू यस्तोहरू बढ्न सक्ने चान्सेसहरू हुन्छ नि त सो डु यु हेभ एनी मेजर्स द्याट यु अप्लाई अथवा कि यस्तो एउटा सेट अफ प्रोटोकल्स छ जसले चाहिँ सेफ्टी पनि इन्स्योर गर्छ र अब केही भइहाल्यो भने चाहिँ हामी चाहिँ स्ट्रिक्ट एक्सन लिन्छौँ अथवा यो चाहिँ हाम्रो मेजर्सहरू छ भने त्यस्तो केही छ
Definitely. I think it's very important for us to ensure safety of any customer, especially women. Like you said, कि अब drink गरेपछि, there might be chances that they get drunk and some mishap might happen knowingly or unknowingly.
Right.
So we definitely put in a lot of security guards around the club, especially keeping in mind where the women are. कतिजना चाहिँ if we have a group of women together, we try to give them a separate table, so they are not connected with guys they don't know or people they don't know around the dance floor, feeling more secure about it. And something we actually just started from yesterday was angel shots. So what is angel shots? Bandakiri, it came up from a friend, Ashin. I'm really thankful to her. It's a great concept. So when angel shots, bhaneko chahi, if you were like in an uneasy situation, if a guy is trying to harass you or trying to get you drunk, the bartenders, the security guards are all updated and told about this angel shot. So when she says angel shot, that means angel needs to come and help her out. So the security guards, the bouncers, the bartenders, they're all updated about this. And the moment she says angel shots, the security guards come around her and then they're taking care of her and making sure that if there's any guy around her, is moved aside and making sure that she's safe.
Right.
And we try to promote this in our washrooms, and we tell the women as well around that if you're anywhere feeling insecure, uneasy, unsafe, do not hesitate and just call for angel shots. So I think this is something that we just introduced yesterday at our club at Sugar KTM.
That's very good. That's a great initiative.
I think now we would also want to make this public for all the restaurants, because this is more like a code that women could like easily say and
exactly.
Call in for help. Because club or the noise is so loud sometimes that even if you're trying to shout or try to get away, things are not easy.
Exactly.
So that is there, and then we have cameras everywhere from maybe theft pani huna sakcha, purse chori huna sakcha, ke mobile around sakcha, and कसैको धेरै पैसा हुन सक्छ के for any reason so we make sure that we have a lot of cameras in all the angles, and then we are directly connected with अब थमेलको हेर्दाखेरि सोरखुट्टे पुलिससँग we directly connected for a hotline number, for a helpline number, and the cops are always around Thamel area. So if anything happens, we make sure that the culprit is caught, and we make sure that we try to provide justice or some kind of safety security to the customer there.
That's amazing. That's good news for all of us. It will come in hand for a lot of ladies,
Yes.
I hope it doesn't, I hope it doesn't come in hand for a lot of us, but
we need to be ready for it.
So yes, with this हामी फेरि पनि अर्को छोटो ब्रेक तर्फ लाग्ने बेला भइसकेको छ. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching Chiya Guff. Ma Ayusha ra आज मसँग हुनुहुन्छ रितेश. Welcome back one more time. एकदमै इन्ट्रेस्टिङ भइरहेछ हाम्रो कन्भर्सेसन. अफ एयर पनि अन एयर पनि हैन. So अब चाहिँ I want to talk about यो अब जुन नाइट लाइफ क्लबिङ यो एन्टरटेनमेन्ट इन्डस्ट्री छ. This is so huge नि त हैन. And it's huge because of people who go, people who celebrate nightlife हैन. So it's like an escape for a lot of us. अब pre-pandemic was अहिले पनि people are so desperate for an escape अब राति भन्यो because रातिको त्यो चार्म नै डिफरेन्ट हुन्छ, रातिको चमक लाइट नै डिफरेन्ट हुन्छ होइन एभ्रिथिङ इज मोर भाइब्रेन्ट मोर कलरफुल बेटर एट नाइट अनि प्लस अब फ्रेन्ड्स अब सबैजना दिउँसो काम गर्नुहुन्छ अनि बेलुका साथीहरूसँग भेटेर गफसफ गर्ने रमाइलो गर्ने त्यो आफ्नै ठाउँमा छ होइन सो इट इज अल्सो एस्केप फ्रम वर्क अथवा अरू अब डे टु डे लाइफको त्यो मन्डेन जुन रुटिन हुन्छ त्यसबाट पनि स्केप हो नि त सो यसले गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ अब धेरैजनालाई चाहिँ त्यो स्केप नमिलेको हुनसक्छ दे माइट बी ट्र्याप्ड इन देयर अब टक्सिक वर्क लाइफ ब्यालेन्स होइन प्लस अब अहिले त वर्क फ्रम होम छ जति बेला नि घरमा बसेको गर्नुपर्छ होइन सो यसको इम्प्याक्ट्सहरू चाहिँ हाउ डु यु मेजर अथवा हाउ हेभ यु सिन यसको इम्प्याक्ट्सहरू चाहिँ अन पिपल्स मेन्टल हेल्थ अथवा अन पिपल्स लाइफ्स भनेर चाहिँ कसरी थाहा हुन्छ त एज अ प्रोफेसनल
So I feel like being in this field, and I love going to parties. I love connecting with people. It's also a good way of socializing, meeting new people, like-minded people. Some of them turn into good business partners later on. Staying in home for all these 5-6 months and then working from home, I think the day it opened, I think everybody got excited.
Right.
And on a positive note, I also feel that it's very important to, for one person to actually go out on regular basis to, break that daily routine, because it's also about your mental health. When you meet your friends and family around and get out of the house, you get different fresh air and talk things out. I think your mind stays more happy and fresh, and you like to do things very often in a very better way.
Right.
Because then that routine is not there. So I think it's very important, and I think a lot of countries actually promote, people going out on regular basis for a limited period of time. Of course, getting drunk is one different thing, but getting to meet friends and getting out is very important, I feel. त्यसले एकदमै different view बाट मान्छेलाई perspective दिन्छ that उसकै कामको वेमा पनि हुन सक्छ. अब यो लकडाउन एकदमै लामो भयो, and for people who are only in the entertainment field had to switch off to something or the other. केही न केही त गर्नु पर्यो, कति घरमा बस्ने. Even I started something last year. It's an online offline grocery. It's an online grocery. Basically, it's called Mero Groceries. We supply groceries household लाई पनि restaurants लाई पनि. So it's B2B, B2C. So I think I never thought that I would get into buying vegetables at 6 in the morning in Kalimati. But then now I'm like buying tomatoes, and now if you ask me what is the price of vegetables, I can tell you like every day. I'm like, it's all by my heart.
That's actually very interesting, because of a nightlife and selling groceries, they don't go well together. Okay? Because people who are into nightlife, they are just out of the club.
Exactly.
So how do you balance this? Party order biana tarkari kinna jane how do you balance this?
It's very difficult, and but I think as a personal skill, I think I have been here for a while, and then I know a lot of people who are in the restaurant and hotel business, so it became easy for me to opt for this business when I started this, because now I supply for more than 30-40 restaurants, and they have a great belief in us. I'll share you this funny incident that happened once with my dad. Like you just said, so पहिला when things were normal, before the pandemic, a lot of artists come, and त्यति बेला the clubs were allowed to open till 3-4, some of them. So by the time you close the club, do the accounts, you get home by 6. So I was entering back home, and my dad was watering the plants in the morning. And it was so weird. He was like, why are you here today? I think you came in for too early for the next day.
Right.
He thought, साँझ आउनु पर्ने, बिहान किन आएछ? So it was very difficult, and let's say what I try to do is I try to balance that by working 3 days, Wednesdays, Fridays, Saturdays, when the nightlife is at its peak.
Right.
Is when I work at the nightlife, and I don't go to my grocery office. And except for these 3 days, the rest 4 days I'm like early morning, I'm back in my office and getting things done, up and rolling.
Right. That's
But
great.
we have a great team, so we try and manage our works. If I cannot make it, we pre-discuss it a day before, and then we manage our tasks.
So यो सबै टिम पनि अब नाइट लाइफ क्लब्सहरुमै भेटेको टिम त होला नि हैन यु सोशलाइज विथ देम
Yeah, more or less.
मलाई यस्तो बिजनेस गर्न मन छ यार त्यो ड्रङ्क कन्भर्सेसन लीड टु एक्चुअल प्लान्सहरु कि व्हाट इज दिस
So मेरो groceries से के भएको भन्नाले I think when the first wave hit Nepal, we were all in home for 4-5 months, and बल्ल actually चाहिँ government ले certain time को लागि खोल्यो, and with a lot of restrictions that only 5 सम्म मात्रै खोल्न पाउँछ, delivery मात्रै पाउँछ. And I am someone who's addicted to work. I'll be very honest. I cannot stay home idle, and I'm always doing something or the other in my laptop if I'm at home. And my mom wanted stuffs, and then we had to go outside, and and I'm like, tech ko zamana, let's just order online. So we ordered online a couple of times, and the problem was they were delivering in days, because everybody's ordering sitting at home, so even the delivery guys, even the companies could not deliver on the same day. And then I happened to meet my friends next day, and then my mom called up again, "Ye saman liera aisa bhanera." And then I was just talking to my friends. I'm like, how about we open something, and once we were all playing games and having a couple of drinks, and then we're like, how about we open something? So all of our partners actually in the grocery own restaurants. मेरो आफ्नै 2-3 restaurants छ, मेरो partnerको 2-3 restaurants छ. So we thought, worst case worst, हामी sustain त गरिहाल्छौँ because we have our own restaurants.
Right.
But if we can provide good service, same day deliveries, instant deliveries,
Right.
We might just get better. And with God's grace, I think we're doing really nice. But like you said, it was totally out of nowhere. हुन्छ नि हामीले यतिखेर गर्दिउँ न त भनेर नै आज कुरा गरेको 2 दिनमा we registered the company and we started. I think this October we finished our first year.
That's great. It's already been a year.
Yeah, it's already been a year. सोचे थाहा पनि नपाउने के
Congrats on the anniversary.
Thank you so
So
much.
you've been here for a while, 12 वर्ष भइसक्यो nightlife industry मा. So it's also an entrepreneurship journey नि त in a lot of ways. In मतलब absolute ways पनि अब मेरो groceries त अब entrepreneurs त always solve problems नि त. So it's like problem solving mindset बाट खोलेको company हैन. So यो अब in the future हैन, what can we expect from you, अथवा what are the things up your pipeline हुन्छ नि के छ त अब?
So अहिले त we're trying to go more online. All the businesses that we see right now, I think lockdown, let's say, it's taught us that with a click of a phone, with an app, you can get things delivered, get them at your home, get things done. So I think we're trying to move a lot of stuff online. But I think अब यो pandemicले हामीलाई धेरै loss पनि भयो. A lot of businesses, हाम्रो सबै businesses had to go down. So अहिले I think for the next 1.5, 2 years, I don't think I would want to get into something new. But I want to get back to whatever has gone down to bring that up again and make it even better, and actually work on ideas about how can we overcome this problem, because I don't think it's going to go that easy.
Right.
It might take another year, it might take 2, we have no idea. So I think we're actually already working on ways of how can we be more smarter in terms of delivery, how can we go in the nightlife where this does not affect us. Can we work on more vaccines from our end as well and promote vaccines? So I think we're coming up with campaigns where we say, show your vaccine card and get a 10% discount. And we're trying to promote more positivity on our side. So I think we would just want to balance and bring back whatever has gone down, especially nightlife, I think. And now we want to promote more Nepali artists because of international artists आइरा पनि आउन पनि गाह्रो भइरहेछ. And I think this is just the right time to realize that Nepali artists are so important. आफ्नै artists.
Exactly.
Rather than promoting anyone else. I think I've got a lot of international artists. I would not deny that. But I was trying to create a platform when I started that. But I strongly believe that this is the right time for Nepali artists to flourish even more now.
Right, that's great. All the best to you and all the best to us, because I think हाम्रो situation better हुनु भने कि your situation better हुनु हो and vice versa हैन. So with this हामी चाहिँ आज show को end तिर आइसकेका छौं, but you don't go anywhere because Prime Times HD is always right here. So thank you so much, Ritesh, for being here. It was a pleasure having you. I hope you enjoyed the tea.
I loved it.
I hope you guys enjoyed the conversation. So we'll meet tomorrow again, same time, same place. Bye-bye. Have a lovely day ahead.
Thank you for having me here.